When we talk of understanding, the media must first of all endeavor to understand the problem. For instance, we have the farmers and herders crisis. What is the real problem? What are the issues? They must understand it and highlight these issues. The farmers have their positions. The Fulani herdsmen, they have their positions. The media's responsibility is to bring this thing to the public domain. And in covering conflicts, they must be honest and transparent. They must be objective. They must never be biased. And that means they must present the positions of all sides fairly. Not demonizing anyone, not being biased and rushing to judgment. They must be respectful in the language that we use. If you look at our media space, when the Fulani person is being described, he is called a terrorist or a bandit. The question is, does that help the situation? When the media, if you read some opinions, when they are talking about some ethnic groups, it becomes a very big challenge. Particularly the Fulani people. They are said to be the people drawing Nigeria back. We said no. Yes, even if you have disagreements, even if you don't agree with the position, you should be fair and respectful. Proverbs 15:1 says, a gentle answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. The media must be compassionate to all sides. If you understand the position of the Fulani herdsman, you should be able to sympathize with him. For instance, yes, they carry their cow from place to place. One of their positions is that there was a gazetted grazing route which ensured that when they are carrying their cattle from one part of the country to the other, they don't enter into anybody's farms. But today, with development, that route has been erased. So how do they survive? That is a valid question. But then, the herders, the farmers, we say, fine, we didn't take over the grazing routes. Why should you bring your cows to our farms and eat up the crops? Don't we also need to survive? So the cattleman needs to survive. The farmers need to survive. So what do we do about it? So we said the media should avoid this simplistic labeling and stereotyping of parties. If you look at our media space, Fulani herdsmen are bad, farmers are good. That is the simplistic divide that we have. But is it true that all Fulani herdsmen are terrorists? Don't you have Fulani herdsmen who play by the rules? But because of the way we have so covered it in the media, once you talk about the Fulani person, he is seen as a bad person. The media has failed in presenting him fairly and empathetically. Now, is it true that ritual killing is the preserve of the Southeast? Is it true that all Southwesterners are traitors, betrayers? Is it true that all Edo people are involved in prostitution? Is it also true that all wealthy youths are into yahoo? Or that all politicians are looters? Those are the common stereotypes that we have in our country, which the media needs to tackle. But the question is, have we tackled it? As individuals, as I said, in the broader sense, we are all part of this media. When we comment on the social media, what do we do? Do we build up or do we pull down? I'll give an example. In the coverage of this government, the Tinubu government, is it true that everything is okay as some in the media report it? Is it also true that everything is bad, as is being reported? When you go to social media and this government does anything, do you always say, oh, this government is bad, or this government is wrong? You find out that going that route is not the proper thing, because this government cannot be so bad that it has not done good things. And we cannot say that the government has not failed in some aspects. So the duty of the media is to bring about compromise. Bring about compromise. When there are diverging opinions, when there's the trust deficit that we have in Nigeria today between the government and the people, the duty of the media is to bring them together, honestly and transparently. Which therefore means that if this government does what is right, it is our duty to highlight it and to promote it. But when they fail, it's also our duty to point it out. So the media has a duty to promote collaboration. Bring all sides together. Have you ever experienced a situation where the media brought the Fulani headers and the farmers together in one platform so that we can hear them? Has the media provided solutions? Now it's simplistic. We will say, oh, let them go and ranch. How feasible is it in the short term for people who have always carried their cow from place to place with free food, free water? There's Sunday you say you should quarantine them in a place, meaning that they will not buy food, they will not buy water in the same challenging economy. Yes, that ought to be the ideal, but is it visible? Is it fair to that poor and impoverished Fulani header? Now, for the farmer whose crops are being destroyed, is it also fair to him? So you find out that we all need to come together and provide workable solutions that will ensure a win-win situation, such that the existential threat posed by the Fulani herdsmen to the farmers is dealt with. And that challenge that the Fulani herdsmen is also addressed. In this management of conflict, the media must continue to be consistent in highlighting the principles of comprehension, that is understanding, communication, compassion, compromise, and collaboration. We also should embrace these principles, not just in the political realm, but even in our family life and in our social groups. Wherever conflict rears its head, let us address them together so that we can bridge these gaps. Focus on our strong points. Stop highlighting the faults of others. And when we do this, it will be good for all of us. So in conclusion, I say that the media should shift from its long recognized role of highlighting divergent and conflicting points of view to playing a mediatory role by publishing conflict-resolving points of view. The benefit of this is succinctly captured by Dr. Stella Cornelius. Say, conflict is exciting. It is the very stuff of change. It is never to be ignored or swept under the carpet. It has always commanded an audience for media. Wherever media not only presents conflict, but points to its resolution, you get compelling stuff. May our good Lord continue to grant us the spirit of gentleness. Amen.